Hi there, this is Dr. Mort Orman, and today I want to give you a peek into my board game called Stress Mastery, the board game. It may seem like a game, but it's really your life. And what I plan to do this week is create a series of short videos that give you a look inside the game, give you a little sense of what it's like to play the game, so you can decide if that's something that you want to do at some point, if you want to purchase a copy of the game, which I'll tell you how to do at the end of each video. So today I just want to show you what comes along with the game and how we set up the game to start playing, and then in the other videos this week we'll actually simulate some play during the game and go through some of the questions that are included with it. So when you get the game and you open the box, first thing you see is a collapsible game board, which you can open up. And as you can see, it's very similar to a Monopoly type game. There's a start square and there's a loop that you go around. This is set up as a race car track, and the tokens that we use are plastic race cars, so it's a race car game. The idea is before each game, the number of people who are playing the game decide how many laps you want to include in each game. We recommend 4 to 10 laps. Anywhere between 4 and 10 should give you a pretty interesting game and get you through a good number of questions. And you roll the dice and move around the board, and whoever gets to the final lap and completes the final lap before anyone else is the winner. The game can be played with 2 to 6 people, and I'll show you what else comes with it. So the next thing you get in the box is a detailed guide and rule book that takes you through how to set the game up, as we're going to do today, and a little bit about the rules and the philosophy of how the game should be played. You also get a little plastic bag with 6 card tokens and a pair of dice. For our simulations this week, we're going to choose the yellow and the orange token. I'll be the yellow and you can be the orange, and I'll simulate playing against you, whoever's watching. And you also get a pair of dice, which in this case happen to be purple dice, so they may or may not show up well on the video. You also get some packets that contain question cards. And as you see on the board, there are 4 rectangles: life, careers, emotions, and relationships, which are the primary categories where questions for the game are asked. And each of these sets of cards, there are 36 cards in each set. That's the life cards, the career cards, and then you have another packet that contains the emotions cards and the relationships cards. So usually you shuffle the cards before you start. You set them up on the board like this. You choose your tokens, you have your dice, you roll the dice to see who goes first. And there's one more thing that you will do. Part of each game is there are 6 packets of lap cards included, and each of these packets includes 10 cards. These are lap counting cards, 1 through 10, and each player picks a color that they like, and you put that near where you're sitting, so that both you and the other people in the game are aware of what lap you are in. So if we pick another packet here for 2 players, we put them here, and then each time you go around the board and you pass the start square again, you would take the lap marker card and put it on the bottom, so that shows everybody that you're on lap 2, in case you happen to lap somebody or be way ahead, and different people are on different laps as the game progresses. So that's what the purpose of these cards are. And once you have those things all set up and assembled, you're ready to start playing the game. And it's very simple. Again, you roll the dice, and as you roll the dice, there's 11, so we'll let you go first. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That's a blank square. As you see, some of the squares are blank. Some of them have these yellow triangles. And if you land on a yellow triangle, you would be asked a question from whatever the type of triangle you land on. Someone other than yourself would pick a card, has a question on it, either a true, false, or a multiple choice question. They would ask you that question. If you got the answer right, and the answer is printed on the card, you would get an extra turn. If you got the question wrong, you would lose your next turn. And that's how the questions go. There are also some penalty squares as you go around. There's some stop signs, engine trouble, flat tire, things where you end up losing a turn if you happen to land on those. So you just did your turn, and then I would go, I also had an 11, so I would end up in the same spot. There's no knocking people back or anything. Two tokens or more can occupy the same square. And then you have an 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Another blank square. I would have another 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So I landed on a life triangle. So someone else, not me, but someone else in the game would pick the card. I wouldn't see the questions or the answers, and they would ask me the question, and then I would have to answer it. Now, the purpose of these questions is really the heart of the game. And the purpose of these questions is to stimulate your thinking about stress, maybe challenge some of your beliefs about stress that you currently have. They're intended to be provocative. You may not always agree with the answer that's been selected. Hopefully you will, but there's always the possibility that you won't. And that's okay, because the whole idea here is either while you're playing the game, and let's say you had four people playing or 6 people playing, that hopefully would stimulate some discussion, some conversation, people sharing experiences of maybe how they dealt with that same situation or how they would deal with the situation differently than what the card is recommending. Or after the game is over, you can get together and you can discuss what you liked, what you didn't like about the game, if anything made any impact on you or opened your eyes to anything new, or if you're thinking about something differently. So that's the whole idea of the game, is to not only play and have fun, which you can do. You don't have to get into discussion, but it's an added feature, and it will add a lot of value, I think, if you're interacting with the people that you're playing with and have some discussions around stress. So that's the setup for the game. That's all I wanted to show you in this short video. If you, at any time in any of these video series, if you want to purchase the game, it sells for $67. That includes shipping and handling. Just go to my website, docorman.com. Use the contact form, send me a message, let me know that you are interested in the game, and I'll send you instructions on how you can purchase it, and then it'll be shipped out to you. So that's it for today. I'll see you in the next video.